Hey guys, today is Tuesday, July 18th, and this is episode 38 of the Weekly Word. I was at the training center earlier this morning where I saw Faction Cat, and also got to meet with Jordan and DDL, and they're all three doing great. I think DDL told me he had 8 wins on the Ellis meet, and he's chasing Corey Lannery, so DDL is so competitive, guys. He wants to win. I really admire his attitude. But that's all he talks about is he wants to win the Ellis Park meet, and hopefully we can help him do that. But I actually forgot to mention a couple of things while I was at the training center this morning. The first one being, a lot of you guys have asked me, I want a hat or I want a shirt. Well, I put our logo on file at Cage's Logo Wear, and I'll put their information in this update. They can literally make anything in the Sandmar catalog, put the logo on it, even if you want a Faction Cat logo, or if you're feeling nostalgic and you want a Gray Ransom logo. But this is the default hat. It's got Holiday Storm on the back. I don't know if you can see, it's got the Horsehead Racing Factions logo. So if you call them and say, I just want a hat, they're going to make this light blue one for you. But look through the catalog, and in the Sandmar catalog, they will make anything and ship it to you. So, and it's not that expensive. I mean, they're good people down there. I made the logo, and they digitized it, is what they call it, and turned it into an embroidery file, and so they can embroider it on pieces of clothing. And I just talked to them this morning. They've been getting orders for hats, T-shirts, coffee mugs, license plates. People are getting creative, and I enjoy that. And guys, you gotta support the team. You gotta support your horses. Support Faction Cat and Holiday Storm. So get yourself some apparel and show it off. It's fun. It's fun thing to do. And another thing I forgot to mention was, well, with Holiday Storm, we have a bunch of new owners, and sometimes I forget that you guys haven't been along for the ride since Faction Cat, and about half of you are new owners. How it's gone is, like, half the people, I think the same thing happened with Gray Ransom, about half the people were in on our previous horse, and they come in to be part of the new one, and about half the people are new. So, to you new folks, and we have quite a few of them. If there's something that you would like for me to include in the updates or in the videos, just give me a shout, and I will definitely put that in there. So, you know, anything you guys want to hear or see, and I'll definitely include that. I think my job is number one, to pull the money together so that we can all own a racehorse for a fixed cost. And number two is just to give updates about the horse, so, and pay our bills. So that's the bad part. But other than that, it's a fun gig that I have here, and I want to welcome you Holiday Storm owners in. And like I said, if there's anything you guys have questions about, just let me know. I think that one thing I forgot was, I think I mentioned it later in the video. Check out Gray Ransom. He's running Saturday. Good luck, Gray Ransom. We're going to give away his halter as a souvenir. That's a good piece of memorabilia. So play our contest, Gray Ransom owners, on Saturday. He's in race 3 at Ellis, and we'll do a pick 3 contest. So yeah, and I'm not going to take it easy. I'm not playing my birthday. I want that too, so I'm going to be gunning for it. Guys, this is episode 38 of the Weekly Word. He's looking at you. Okay guys, there went Faction Cat. Faction Cat's doing pretty good after his last race, and you may have noticed that the hat he had on his head, that's it's basically a hat that's got infused with titanium. I guess it's sort of like those copper fit socks or in, you know, but it's a hat that is supposed to keep you calm. So that's what, if you notice his little hat from the beginning of the video, and he trained in this hat today, and yeah, I guess if it works, it works. So yeah, that's FC. Here comes a couple horses. But if everything goes okay from here, Faction Cat will race on, I think it's August 4th or 5th, and that's back at Ellis. There's a 6.5 furlong allowance race. Just talked to Jordan and DDL and DDL's agent, Jose. Some of you guys might know him. I think we're getting set up to run. Then I guess that's still a few weeks away. But if you're marking your calendars, look for that. I think it's the 4th or 5th, and I'll be sure to write in the update what the actual date is. And bring this. Remember we raced in a starter allowance last time? We didn't bring that back, and or they didn't bring it back. The office at Ellis, so that race is not in the new book. So we won't be able to race in the starter allowance. So we'll go with this allowance race, which is only, I think it's, you can only have won one other race. It's a other than is what it's called. So we'll hit that up, and like I said, if everything goes okay from here, that's where Faction Cat will be. And I think at 6.5 furlongs, it'll be a pretty good spot for him. We're not eligible for all the money because Faction Cat's a Florida bred, but really at Indiana, there's not much either as far as timing goes. And Jordan's not adverse to running FC 5.5 on the turf. But as far as the timing goes on that one, I think they just ran one of those at Ellis, or it just filled, so that won't be on the table either for his next race. So, but hey, Faction Cat's doing well, and that's all we can hope for. And you know, we'll see him at Ellis Park most likely next out there at the beginning of August, which is exciting. And another piece of news that I have is that Holiday Storm is coming back today. Not sure when, but she'll be back today here in the barn, and probably give her a couple days, walk around the barn, then she'll be right here at this track training. So I'm excited to have her back. I didn't know when she would be coming back because I thought they might keep her another week down there, but hey, she's coming back today. And I don't think I've done this yet, but I thought I'd do an auction recap of kind of the horses that we looked at in Florida, and ones that we had a vet look at. And so I have my piece of paper here. We looked at about, what did we look at, 12 horses down there, but now we didn't have a vet look at all of them. It cost $300 to have a vet check on them, and we only bid on 2. The first one we bid on was hip number 45, which I think was a Northern Fleet runner, and so the budget there was $30,000. We were in for 30, but we got outbid. I think she went for like 31 or 32 to a trainer, a Florida-based trainer, ended up buying her. So that was a Northern Fleet filly. If you guys want to check back, you can go look at hip number 45 there at the Ocala sale where we got Holiday Storm. The other ones that we had vetted were 708, 721, which was a Holiday Storm, 455, and number 45. So those are the horses that we had vetted, but we only bid on the 2 because the other 2, I guess our veterinarian didn't like them. So Like again, it costs $300 to vet the horses, and we've actually been having horses looked at since what was it? Remember Jiggy Cheese Dog? I think Jiggy Cheese Dog was a horse at Fasig-Tipton last fall. Well, it was the winter. I can't even remember, but we had Jiggy Cheese Dog vetted, and I haven't seen him breeze, but when we vetted him, he was good to go, so we bid on him, but the problem was he was still about 6 or 7 months from racing, and you know, our budget, we have to consider that. So, well, I'm up here looking for Holiday Storm, but she's not up here. Now, she's coming up here later today, and thought I'd give you that quick auction recap, and we'll give Jordan a chance to spend some time with Holiday Storm up here this week, and maybe he can give us a estimate later on when her first race might be. But I'm really happy with what she did at Margot, and it was good that Jordan and Dermot was the trainer down there. He and Jordan were in pretty much communication all the time. I didn't really talk to Dermot a whole lot, but they did send me updates. But Jordan had known him previously and had another horse down there. So Holiday Storm might be coming up here with the other horse that Jordan had down at Margot. I'm not 100% sure. But it costs I think it cost about $100 or $200 to ship them back and forth from Lexington. One other thing that I wanted to say was, you know how Faction Cat was running. He was running. His buyer speed figures jumped up really nice, so it was great for us. And Jordan kept saying, didn't do anything different, haven't changed anything. I don't know what's going on. So I said, well, whatever that is, keep doing that. Which he didn't do anything different. One thing he did do, I found out, was that he's not shipping the horses over in the free shuttle. There's a shuttle here at Trackside, and it picks horses up and takes them over to Churchill Downs for race days for free. They just come pick up your horses. Well, those things are like, you know, you got about 10 or 12 crazy horses getting in a van. It can be an affair. And so one thing that Jordan has done was he quit using that shuttle, so now we pay $100 extra to have our horses brought over there in the shuttle, private shuttle. But that's the only thing different. He started doing that in June with Gray Ransom's raced on June 2nd. Speaking of Gray Ransom, he will be running on Saturday. Also heard there's a chance that he might scratch, so we'll see. We're going to have a contest this Saturday. He's racing at Ellis in the third race, and if you guys would like to, if you're a Gray Ransom owner and want to be in contention for the little souvenir, which is not his bridle, but his halter, we'll do the contest this weekend, and I think it'll be a good souvenir. So hey, look out for that. But if Gray Ransom scratches, I don't know. You remember a few videos ago I was saying that I was like, you guys have seen it, Jordan spend more time with Gray Ransom than I think they did with any other horse, and they were trying to get him to learn how to rate and relax, but maybe some other people don't have that much time to spend with them. So if Gray Ransom scratches this weekend, I hope he races, because 5.5 furlongs, that should be right up his alley. If he doesn't go, though, we're going to put Gray Ransom's bridle in the Hall of Fame. The Racing Factions Hall of Fame. So just keep that in mind if you guys are. I think it's a cool souvenir, but if he doesn't race this weekend, we'll just say, hey, we're not going to do the contest. There'll be other contests, don't worry. and we'll just go from there. So I think that's all for today, guys. Stay tuned for more. I'll come out here maybe later this week and get a good video of Holiday Storm. Hopefully she'll be out here training. So yeah, I think that's all for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you at the track.